Aloha, I'm Nicholas Jordan Moore. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with chronic physical pain. I hope you enjoy it. In my life, for the past about 5 years, I've been dealing with an incredible amount of physical pain that has not gone away in my shoulder and neck. I've went to multiple different doctors, I've been to chiropractors, been to all sorts of different people, and what I found out is that I have thoracic outlet syndrome. So if I tilt my head this way, put my arm up, my pulse will stop in my right arm. This has created a lot of issues. A lot of my muscles in my neck and my back have locked up and gotten into tight knots. I found out that I have 2 cervical ribs, so we're not supposed to have neck ribs. Some people just have 1, but I have 2 on both sides, or 1 on each side, making it 2. And it actually makes this area smaller, the thoracic outlet. So, long story short, I might have to have a rib removed at some point. But the point of this video is just to talk about how I've handled and dealt with this chronic physical pain for so long that can sometimes be debilitating. It can really flame up sometimes if I sleep wrong on it, and it's pretty severe. But the first thing that I think is really important when it comes to any sort of inflammation in the body is drinking a lot of water. Sometimes I don't do the best on this, sometimes I do. I know that I drink a decent amount of caffeine. That's something that I'm trying to work on, and not drinking as much caffeine, because I know that that actually dehydrates myself, creating more inflammation because I'm not as well hydrated as I could be. But I try to drink a lot of water throughout the day. That's definitely something that can help. The second one is, it's getting a lot more coverage in today's scientific studies, and it's about grounding or earthing, getting your feet on the earth. This is one of the top new ways to actually reduce the amount of inflammation that we have in our bodies. If you can't get out to the actual earth and get your feet on the ground, or maybe live where it's snow or whatever it might be, look it up on, do some searches. Don't just take my word for it, do some research. But I'm gonna get a mat that I can lay on underneath to where I'll sleep, to where I'll be grounded during my sleep. And also, since I drive Uber a lot, I'm gonna get a mat for my car, to where when I'm in my car, I'm grounded as much as possible. But there are countless amount of scientific studies that have actually proven how this can reduce inflammation and ultimately lower pain responses. So those are 2 things that I strongly recommend: drinking a lot of water and just getting out on the earth and putting your feet on the ground. And getting enough sunlight is also a major effect on our immune systems and the inflammation. So try to get as much sunlight as you can, and get your feet on the earth. Thirdly, stretching is a huge part of my life. So a lot of us sit down all day for work, or if we're not sitting down, we're actually just standing up, and we're not really helping ourselves stay mobile. And as we get older, the most important things to us are that we can actually continue to do some of the things that we like to do. Like if we like to go on a jog, we like to go swimming, or go on hikes. So what's really important, and what happens to us, what we tend to do is we slowly stop doing some of the things that were more active. And as we slowly progress to stop doing these things, then we're making it to where our bodies are actually incapable of doing it. So it's really important to push yourself and to keep being active no matter what. Keeping the blood moving throughout your body is incredibly important to reducing inflammation, and also mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. These systems that we're operating are electrical systems, and we have to give it the right fuel. So watching what you eat is also a big part of that. Lots of foods cause inflammation. I've been starting off my day every morning with a shot of, I put a little bit of water in first, and then I put apple cider vinegar, turmeric, which turmeric's great for inflammation, and ginger juice, pepper, and lemon juice, and a little bit of salt. But that little combination is really good for your immune system. It's a really good way to feed your gut microbiome in the morning, and your gut microbiome affects your entire immune system. So that's something that could be a whole nother conversation that we'll have maybe another time. And then breathing exercises make a big difference. So I've done an episode on the Wim Hof breathing exercise. I think that is a great way to get oxygen in all the cells of your body and really just give your body a little bit of a boost when you need it. And it helps wake you up a little bit, and it will help some of that inflammation response and pain response. And another one when it comes to chronic physical pain is paying attention to when the pain is more severe. If you do this, I'm sure that you'll recognize that the pain is a lot more severe when you're stressed out, and realizing how much of our emotional life connects to our physical well-being is a big aha moment once you actually have it within your own body. Because if we get those things in alignment and we are really focusing, then really miracles can happen and our bodies can do so much better than what they're doing right now. But if we're focusing on what we are stressed about, we're gonna create more inflammation and more stress within our bodies. The mindset that we have, and if we are able to really just see it for what it is, like, all right, I'm feeling pain in my lower back right now. Am I stressed out because of work? Yes. Is there a possibility that this pain is being caused by the stress and there's not really a physical thing going on? It sounds crazy, but it's actually real. I read a book. I had chronic lower back pain for about 8 years. I have 2 herniated discs in my lower back. I couldn't sit down for too long. I couldn't stand up for too long. There's no way I could go on a jog. Couldn't play basketball. Couldn't lift weights, do squats, like everything. I was afraid that it was gonna hurt my back. And I read this book by Dr. John Sarno, a 90-something-year-old doctor in California. And in his book, he is trying to help people understand that long-term pain should actually not exist. The body is smart enough to be able to stop that pain signal when it goes. What he explains is that it's an emotional response, and it's actually your body is protecting yourself from the emotional or whatever you're stressed out about. You don't want to think about the emotional things or the stressors. So your body is literally a defense mechanism. It knows that, hey, I hurt my back a long time ago. I have a part of my body that I can go to and give a pain response because I remember that there was an injury back there. So it's a defense mechanism. It's giving your body something physical to think about, giving your mind something physical to think about so that you're not focusing on whatever it is that you're stressing about. Definitely recommend John Sarno. He has other books as well, but this guy's an old medical doctor. He can go all into all the specific diagnoses that somebody might have that might have pain. And he really debunks a lot of what we traditionally believe about the pain signals. So I definitely recommend checking that out. Do some breathing exercises, drink a lot of water, use natural remedies such as ginger and turmeric. Apple cider vinegar is great for your gut, which ultimately is going to help your entire health. Getting enough sleep is really important to pain response. That's where the time where our bodies really recover the most. But I know that can be really tough on some people. But I did make a video about trying to get a little better sleep, and I'll probably make another one going a little bit more in depth on that. Stretching, keeping your body moving is so important. Once you start not moving, you're slowly dying and you're slowly withering away. You have to get out and keep doing the things that are hard and really push yourself if you want to maintain mobility for the rest of your life. So I hope this helps you with your chronic physical pain or whatever you may be going through. I appreciate y'all joining me on this video. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. I'm gonna send y'all away with a bunch of love, and you just deserve it all. And look yourself in the mirror, do me a favor. It's your daily reminder. Next time you see yourself in the mirror, look at yourself, tell yourself you're doing great and you love yourself. Give yourself a big hug. All right, y'all, thank y'all for joining me. And until we meet again, aloha.